Watercolor and gouache are two beloved painting mediums known for their unique characteristics and expressive potential. Watercolor, celebrated for its transparency and delicate washes, offers a luminous quality that captures the essence of light and atmosphere. Gouache, on the other hand, provides a more opaque finish, allowing for bold strokes and vibrant colors. While both mediums share water as a binding agent, their distinct properties offer artists diverse creative possibilities. Watercolor's transparency lends itself to capturing subtle gradations of color and creating ethereal effects. Gouache's opacity allows for layering and building up rich textures, making it suitable for both detailed illustrations and expressive abstractions. From the delicate botanical illustrations of the Renaissance to the expressive landscapes of the Impressionists, watercolor and gouache have left an indelible mark on art history.
To truly understand watercolor and gouache, we must delve into their composition and the science behind their unique properties. Both mediums consist of pigments suspended in a water-soluble binder, but subtle differences in their formulation contribute to their distinct characteristics. Watercolor paints are typically made of finely ground pigments mixed with gum arabic, a natural gum derived from the sap of acacia trees. Gum arabic acts as a binder, holding the pigments together and adhering them to the painting surface. The ratio of pigment to gum arabic can vary depending on the desired quality and transparency of the paint. Higher pigment concentrations result in more intense colors and greater covering power. Gouache incorporates an additional ingredient to achieve its opacity, a white pigment, typically chalk or titanium dioxide. This white pigment increases the opacity of the paint, allowing for greater coverage and a matte finish. The addition of chalk or titanium dioxide also gives gouache its characteristic velvety texture. The quality of watercolor and gouache paints can vary greatly depending on the pigments used, the binder's quality, and the manufacturing process. Pigments, the heart of any paint, play a crucial role in determining the color, vibrancy, and light fastness of watercolor and gouache. Throughout history, artists have sourced pigments from a wide range of natural and synthetic materials, each with its unique hues and properties. Natural pigments derived from minerals, plants, and insects have been used for centuries. Ochre, a natural earth pigment, provides warm yellows and browns. Ultramarine blue, historically obtained from the precious stone lapis lazuli, was once more valuable than gold. Indigo, extracted from the indigo plant, yields deep blue hues. Carmine, a vibrant red pigment, is derived from cochineal insects. The 19th century witnessed a revolution in pigment production with the advent of synthetic pigments. These pigments, created through chemical processes, offered a wider range of colors and greater consistency than their natural counterparts. Synthetic pigments such as cadmium yellow, phthalocyanine blue, and quinacridone magenta expanded the artist's palette and allowed for more vibrant and light-fast colors. When selecting pigments for watercolor and gouache, artists consider factors such as hue, saturation, transparency, and light fastness. Hue refers to the color's position on the color wheel, such as red, yellow, or blue. Saturation refers to the intensity or purity of the color. Transparency refers to the amount of light that can pass through the pigment. Light fastness refers to the pigment's resistance to fading when exposed to light. Granulating pigments, such as ultramarine blue and burnt sienna, settle into the paper's texture, creating a speckled or granulated effect. Non-granulating pigments, such as cadmium yellow and phthalo green, disperse evenly, producing smooth washes.
The tools an artist uses can significantly impact the outcome of their work. For watercolor and gouache painters, the choice of surface and brushes is paramount in achieving desired effects and expressing their artistic vision. Watercolor paper, specifically designed for use with water-based mediums, is the preferred surface for watercolor and gouache painting. Made from cotton, linen, or a blend of fibers, watercolor paper is available in various weights, textures, and formats. The weight of watercolor paper, measured in pounds per ream or grams per square meter, determines its thickness and ability to withstand water without buckling or warping. Heavier papers, such as 300 pounds or higher, are suitable for multiple washes and heavy water applications. Lighter papers, such as 140 pounds, are more economical, but may require stretching to prevent buckling. The texture of watercolor paper, ranging from smooth to rough, influences the way paint interacts with the surface. Hot-pressed paper has a smooth surface, ideal for detailed work and even washes. Cold-pressed paper, the most versatile type, has a slight texture that provides a balance between detail and granulation. Rough paper has a pronounced texture, creating interesting granulation effects and a more textured appearance. Brushes for watercolor and gouache painting are typically made from natural or synthetic fibers, each offering distinct characteristics. Natural hairbrushes, such as sable, squirrel, and goat, are known for their ability to hold a large amount of water and release it evenly. Synthetic brushes, made from nylon, polyester, or other synthetic materials, are more affordable and offer good performance, particularly for washes and blending. The choice of surface and brushes is a matter of personal preference and the specific requirements of the artwork.
Watercolor and gouache, with their unique qualities and expressive potential, have captivated artists for centuries, inspiring masterpieces that continue to shape our understanding of these mediums. From the delicate botanical illustrations of the Renaissance to the expressive landscapes of the Impressionists, watercolor and gouache have left an indelible mark on art history. Albrecht Dürer, a master of the German Renaissance, is renowned for his exquisite watercolor landscapes and botanical studies, which showcase the medium's ability to render detail and luminosity with astonishing precision. His watercolor study, Young Hair, remains a testament to his mastery of observation and the expressive potential of watercolor. During the 18th and 19th centuries, watercolor flourished as a medium for landscape painting, particularly in England. Thomas Girtin and J.M.W. Turner, pioneers of English watercolor landscape painting, elevated the medium to new heights, capturing the atmospheric effects of light and weather with unprecedented sensitivity. The Impressionists, known for their revolutionary approach to capturing light and color, also embraced watercolor and gouache. Edgar Degas, renowned for his paintings of dancers, used gouache to create vibrant and expressive works that captured the movement and energy of his subjects. Contemporary artists continue to explore the expressive possibilities of watercolor and gouache, pushing the boundaries of these traditional mediums. Georgia O'Keeffe, known for her iconic paintings of flowers and landscapes, used watercolor to create luminous and abstract compositions that celebrated the beauty of the natural world. David Hockney, a contemporary British artist, has embraced watercolor and gouache, using these mediums to create vibrant and playful depictions of landscapes, portraits, and still lifes. From the meticulous botanical studies of the Renaissance to the expressive landscapes of the Impressionists and the innovative works of contemporary artists, watercolor and gouache continue to inspire and challenge artists, demonstrating the enduring power and versatility of these captivating mediums.